On the outskirts of Australia's largest and most expensive city, builders are busy.
The interest rates have dropped, there's a bigger demand, more clients are starting to buy.
But builders and experts agree building out isn't enough to get Australia to the government's target of 1.2 million homes in the next 4 years. One solution from the Grattan Institute, building up.
The reality is Australian cities are some of the least dense of their size in the world. We haven't allowed enough housing in those areas where Australians most want to live, in those inner and middle ring suburbs of our capital cities.
The new report proposes a shake-up of planning across the nation by loosening regulations in all cities and suburbs. The Grattan Institute says it could add 67,000 new homes a year and save $100,000 a house by filling in the missing middle.
Townhouses and low-rise apartment buildings can help fill that gap, as can high-rise apartment buildings around key transport hubs and commercial centres.
The philosophy behind it, much like the housing ministers.
The more housing we build, the more affordable housing becomes for Australians.
She brought some encouraging news for the future of the housing supply this week.
Building approvals around Australia are up 15.3% on last year, Speaker. These are meaningful numbers, and this number has been growing fairly consistently now for 20 months. We have got a long way to go on housing, but we're seeing some really important progress.
But hitting the target might not be that simple. 176,000 homes were built in the first year of the National Housing Accord. But to reach the target by 2029, that number needs to hit more than 250,000 new homes each year for the remaining 4 years. That's hard to do when you don't have enough builders to do the job.
Skilled labour is still the number one issue that the building industry, not only in New South Wales but across Australia, needs to tackle.
Every day we're on the search for more trades to keep up with the demand of the framing.
It's a perennial problem that's adding to build times and costs.
More investment into the workforce, particularly into TAFE and training, but also for employers to take apprentices on.
There are now more people pulling out of construction apprenticeships than new starters.
We've probably been through over 30 apprentices since I've been working for the company that I work for, and I'm the only qualified employee.
But a previously untapped source of workers is growing: women.
In a sector where you essentially are only attracting 50% of the population, then inevitably you're going to have a skills shortage.
More women are joining the construction industry, not just on site, but in roles like management and design. Paige Bainan is studying construction management and learning the ropes from her dad. He says land prices are another barrier to growing the housing supply.
Still, there's a cost barrier. The cost of the land, the cost of construction, a lot of them don't add up.
And with prices rising, time is critical.
The cost of holding that land, getting it ready for market, getting the infrastructure there, the duration, the time frame that it takes, that costs developers, that cost is inevitably going to be passed on to the consumer.
Red tape has long been a complaint from the industry, but governments appear to be starting to listen.
New South Wales and Victoria have unlocked the kind of high-density apartment buildings that we hope to see around transit hubs and other major commercial centres.
We are seeing some green shoots. Markets such as Sydney and Melbourne, which have been lagging behind.
Green shoots in the growing problem of housing Australia.